Now that we are power back, welcome back to some more Stormworks. I'm StormRunner Gaming, and today we have some animals to look at from the Arctic update. But first, I've got a big problem facing me here. Mainly parking the Ural, because this guy in front of me is taking up 7 spaces, and look, his tail's even hanging out of the parking space. Like, geez, can't you find a space that fits you or something? So, I guess we're gonna have to go over and park somewhere close to the fuel tank over here instead of parking in one of the actual spots. But I just put the handbrake on there and we can jump out. But yeah, guys, we do have 3 brand new animals to Stormworks here. Instead of just the 1 shark, now we have 4 animals in the game that are of course able to swim. The penguins do have something they do on land, but I think they're afraid of you and jump into the ocean. So I'm hoping I can find some natively spawning penguins somewhere in the world to show you guys what that actually looks like in game. But yeah, so we have these little penguin guys, and right now I did spawn them in as a mission, so they're not exactly very full of life. Of course, the seals aren't much as well. I mean, we can push them into the ocean and they'll get some life juice and take off. Hello? I don't want to fall off the edge here. He's around. He's around somewhere. But of course we have the largest animal to date, the whale. It's probably 3 times the size of this Ural here, and it's crazy. I've actually seen one in the game before I even spawn them in, and you'll have the tails coming up, the top of them. You can see it's pretty cool when you watch them for a little while. But I'm interested to find some for myself, so we're gonna go on a little voyage here in the Voyager A and see if we can find some here. Of course, we do have those brand new heaters on here, so before I do run out of body temperature heat, I'm gonna turn those baseboard heaters on. We can get on our way. Of course, guys, there is one other animal in game that I forgot to mention earlier, but they're not exactly a huge part of it. We do have a couple birds laying around every once in a while, like there are 2, well, 3 sitting on this island here. 4 or 5. Apparently I've found Bird HQ out here in the Antarctic region. They're all having a conference on this one rock, but then again, you can't spawn any of these in a mission for yourself. But yeah, they do exist there, so we have about 5 animals in Stormworks then instead of just the 4. Alright guys, we have made a few upgrades to the Voyager A here, adding in water jets and a little bit of downforce on the front and back end of here. But let's see if we can find something else. I've been circling around more of the mainlands now, because that's where I did see the penguins. So I'm hoping to see... Is that a penguin up there? I do need to slow us down here real quick. It does look like there's something on that iceberg there. It looks like we actually have a seal on the iceberg here, which is pretty cool. I'm going to try to get us a little bit closer using the water. Oh, a little bit too much power. We can also use our control at the bottom end here as well to get us a little bit closer. So I do want to go and see if we can, I don't know, interact with it or something. Be very careful here. See if I can get up. What? Did it leave? Apparently I'm blind. I guess I scared it off or something. It isn't up there anymore. Let's go up there and check real quick if it didn't slide another way, but I think, come on. I can't jump, but yeah, it's just gone, apparently. I do not know where it went. Maybe it was like a swordfish or something, but... So yeah, it looks like just like those penguins there, the seals actually do get scared off as well when you come close to them. Alright guys, we are back at port here. It kind of stinks that we couldn't find any more live animals out there, but it is quite difficult to find anything out on the vast ocean. But I thought since we are back at the base here, I am going to go through a lot of the new buildings around here. So if you guys do own the game and have started to play the Arctic update here, you guys will have seen a lot of the bases here, but I may highlight some of the things you didn't know or haven't seen yet or discovered for the Arctic base here. Of course, we have this first base here with huge hangar right next to it here, where you can spawn in some vehicles or whatever you need with the available workshop in there. As well, we have a very large runway. I think it is the largest in the game at the moment, so if you do have any extremely large planes or anything, you can be testing them out here in the Arctic weather with a much longer strip of runway to let them take off. And you can spawn them all in here in the hangar. It is about the same size, I believe, as the creative base one, but I could be wrong on that. We also do have a decently large dock here directly east from that house location over there, or the base location, that you can spawn in any of the Arctic boats you need to go exploring for some ice samples or other things to do. Not on the main island that usually is somewhere to the right of the smaller airstrip island, we have two terminals here, Terminal Trinite and Terminal Endo, as well as the research outpost, an Articus outpost, and a oil refinery up north to the top part of the island. So Terminal Trinite and Terminal Endo are both terminals for your trains to be able to spawn in here, and of course we have that extremely long 150 kilometer train track that comes up north here to the northern region of the game. But we also do have these amply spaced terminals that will enable you to work and spawn on any of those trains you need to transport. And both of them do have about similar accommodations, both of them having the 4 little houses and the little research spot here as well, or the little home that you can use to get warm or store stuff if you may need. And as I've heard, Terminal Endo does spawn in a tank mission, so if you guys are looking for that, you can go over there and pick that up. Aside from the 2 main islands here in the Arctic update, we do have a couple outriggers that have train tracks leading up to them. We have the Daylight Oil Refinery, the Bvg Logistics Depot, and the X-Fury Drilling Co. So those are 3, and I do want to make a quick note about those. When you do spawn into your worlds, these branches here coming to these 3 little outriggers here may be different. They do change between which map you have and everything, and that's something new to the game that I kind of like they did, especially if you are in survival mode, because you don't know exactly where you're going. If you do buy an outpost up here in the northern region, you are going to have to explore and find out which one is around here, especially to make drop-offs or pick up loads for missions from any of these spots here, from either an oil refinery or the logistics deposit. So this is the Daylight Oil Refinery. I am going to be showing you guys the other 2 spots, the outriggers, as well in a second here, but I want to showcase each one of them. We do have a small building here just in case you do need to go inside and get some heat, as well as a couple large tanks, some smokestacks, and the actual refinery over to the left. And of course we have that very long train track coming in here from the main base, a branch off of it, so you can get up here with any train in either survival or the creative. But of course, these tracks don't have any turnarounds, so if you guys are playing either survival or creative, survival mainly, you may want to bring a secondary engine on the back of your cart so that you don't have to reverse out of here, because it may take much longer to reverse out of here than coming into here. The next location we have is the Bvg Logistics Depot here, where it is probably going to be a lot of storage used here for some missions. Of course, just like the oil refinery, we do have the train track in and out, and of course you probably do want to put in that other engine on the other side of your train carts to help you out from getting out of here. So yeah, we do have a very windy track going up to this location as well. I wanted to put a quick note in that there are a lot of icebergs around here. So if you are planning to come up here with any type of boat, make sure it is decently maneuverable, because you do have to make your way through a couple patches of icebergs to get up to some of these locations. So if you are trying to make shipments with larger boats, maybe oil tankers or other large vessels, keep in mind you may want a tugboat or something to help you out with navigating these large mazes here. The third and final outrigger we have here is the X-Fury Drilling Co. here, and it does have that very long winding track coming in here as well with the stoppers here. So that 2-engine setup is recommended by me here, but you can get here as well by a boat. But another note I did want to put in here is you are going to have to go under some of these train tracks here with your vessel. So if it is unusually tall or a very large vessel, you may not be able to fit it through some of these tracks. So plan accordingly to what route you will have to take to either go around or somehow fit under these. The next location we do have in the Arctic update here is the Magnus Shipbreaking Ltd here, and I assume there is a mission or two that spawns here, but I'm not exactly sure what else it can be used for, other than it is one of the first stops coming into the Arctic base here from the southern part of the map. Alright, our third and final location here took a little bit longer to find because you do have to ping it as a mission or something, but in the latest update we did get a Dormant Volcano here in the Arctic region of Stormworks, and I apologize, I cannot fly a plane too well here. But if you guys do want to find this volcano here, you can put a objective on it and spawn it in as a mission here, so you can go and find it for yourself. I'm not exactly sure if there are any missions on here or not that take you to this island, but it is a pretty cool thing to have in the game, and it does come with a whole island with it and a lake. But so far I have not found any buildings or anything else on it. Maybe it was covered up in ash or something, but it seems like there is no other structure on this island other than the huge volcano here. And if you guys are wondering, I have tested it out, and the tsunami is about half as tall as this mountain here, so it doesn't even begin to come into the volcano here. But it kind of stinks that the volcano is dormant, so we can't get any cool explosions in Stormworks yet, but maybe in a future update we will get something for it. Alright, we're coming in for a landing here. Come on, land. Oh, we don't have enough engine power. Push the engine power. Oh, that is not good news. Yeah, I've never been a great airplane pilot. I never claimed to be one. Let's get out of here real quick before we drown. Come on, get out, get out. Ooh, we just barely got out of there. Wow. So this all ends like most of my videos where I do use planes in them, but the plane crashed either into land or sea here, or even ice sometimes now that we have this Arctic update out here. But yeah, that is all I have for you today. So if you guys do have any comments on it, or you want to see me highlight anything else of the Arctic update, just let me know. But anyways, if you guys like this, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel to stay up with Stormworks and more of my content. But I've never been great. Goodbye. Some people need me and I need to go.